Hi everyone, me again, back for video number 2. Before I get started, I would just like to express once again my sincere gratitude to everyone who got in contact with me after the first video and showed their support. Honestly, the response has been amazing and it's given me so many new avenues to explore and so many great ideas, so thank you for that. Suffice it to say that without you guys, I probably wouldn't have made it to this video, so from here on out, it's all your fault. So as those of you may have noticed from my earlier posts, I've gone ahead and booked myself a course with the City Lit. This is one of 2 courses that I'll be starting in January. This one teaching me good vocal technique and good vocal exercises, and the other one a course with the City Academy, a 6-week acting course, just to give me some experience in the acting side of voice acting. I'm hoping that these will help me to develop the skills that I will need in order to hopefully at some point next year record a show reel. So more on those at a later date. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, on to the subject of today's video. Now, those of you who are lucky enough to be as old as I am will no doubt remember that pinnacle of human achievement, that which united us all and heralded the arrival of the weekend, the Saturday morning cartoon. Of course, back then, we were only interested in the bright colours, the awesome theme tunes, the promise of fantastic adventures. We spared little thought at the time to the men and women behind the characters, lending their voices to bring the Thundercats to life or to warn us away from spooky trapdoors. Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill's endless battle of wits as Batman and the Joker, or Alan Oppenheimer cackling away as Skeletor, or the actual Orson Welles as Unicron. Rest in peace, Optimus Prime. In essence, these were the unsung heroes of our youth, heard but not seen, and yet absolutely vital in bringing to life some of the characters that we hold dear to this day. Which brings me to my point. Voiceover and voice acting is everywhere, even if you don't notice it. It's on your TV and radio, selling you coffee, chocolate and cars. It's explaining complex medical procedures in explainer videos, or just making announcements on public transport. It's the silky and relaxing tone of David Attenborough as he calmly explains that the Cubs are safe. For now. In fact, voiceover is so all-pervasive that I challenge anyone to go a full day without hearing the fruits of some talented voice actor's labour. Sometimes, however, a vocal performance is just so captivating you cannot help but take note. With that in mind, I would like to tell you a little about a voice that triggered my desire to voice act, even if I didn't realise it at the time. The voice of a vampire. And probably not the one you think. Those of you who know me well know that I'm a huge fan of gaming. It's a thing that I've grown up with and something that I spend a lot of time doing even to this day. As a child, with the exception of some highly digitised squeaks and grunts, many of our heroes were mute. As gaming got more complex, however, the need arose for our silent protagonists to begin to communicate in order to convey the complex storylines that were becoming the norm. Voice acting had come to gaming. Come 1999, and Crystal Dynamics would end up releasing a game which would grab my attention and highlight to me just how important voice acting was to storytelling. I am of course referring to the Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, a 3D Metroidvania action game chock full of sinister vampires and mind-bending time travel. I was hooked immediately, and a huge part of the appeal for me were the outstanding vocal performances by Michael Bell, the late Tony J, and of course Simon Templeman as the titular vampire Kain. It made every scene a joy to behold and really breathed life, or rather unlife, into every character, making me care about the story in a way that few games had before. Simon Templeman's voice, in particular, would end up making appearances in many of my favourite game series. I would instantly be able to pick him out in game series such as Uncharted, Dead Space, Dragon Age, and perhaps my all-time favourite game series, Mass Effect. His dry, often smirking style would inspire me to go on and look into the people who provided the voices for my favourite medium, and inadvertently set me on the path that I now find myself on. So there it is, an origin story if you like. So what vocal performances have stuck with you guys? What speeches and monologues can you listen to over and over? Leave me a comment and let me know. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys, and once again I'd like to thank you for following my voice. I'll leave you now with the exact clip that first triggered my love of voiceover, and we'll talk again soon.
must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
No. I had faith in you. In your ability to hate. In your self-righteous indignation.
Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.